History, my darlings, is a tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy. It's a complex narrative of power struggles, ideological clashes, and sadly, bloody conflicts. Understanding key events, particularly major battles, offers us a glimpse into the forces that have shaped our world. These aren't just dates on a timeline. They are pivotal moments where the course of history hung precariously in the balance. From ancient times to the modern era, battles have determined the fate of nations, toppled empires, and redefined the geopolitical landscape. But war, as ghastly as it is rarely a simple clash of armies. It's a tangled web of political machinations, economic factors, and social unrest. So buckle up, my loves. We're about to embark on a journey through some of history's most defining moments. Let's talk about those battles, shall we? The ones that make you sit up and say, blimey, that changed everything. Take the Battle of Marathon, for instance. Imagine, 490 BC, the mighty Persian Empire, used to crushing its enemies, sets its sights on Greece. The odds were stacked against the Greeks. Yet against all expectations, they triumphed. This victory wasn't just about military prowess, it was a testament to Greek resilience and the power of a united front. Fast forward to the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC. Alexander the Great faced off against the Persian king Darius III. Alexander's victory marked the end of the Persian Empire and ushered in the Hellenistic period. And then there's the Battle of Hastings in 1066. William the Conqueror's victory transformed England's political and social landscape. These battles reshaped the world as we know it. Now let's fast forward to World War II. The Blitzkrieg, German for lightning war, was a military tactic designed to overwhelm and disorient the enemy with its speed and ferocity. Picture this: tanks, troops, and air power working in devastating concert. The Germans unleashed this tactic on Poland in 1939, marking the beginning of World War II. It was a brutal display of military might, and it caught the Allies completely off guard. The Blitzkrieg wasn't just about brute force, it was a strategic masterpiece of coordination and mobility. It shattered the illusion of peace in Europe and showcased the devastating potential of modern warfare. But, my dears, even in the darkest of times, hope can emerge from the most unexpected places. Let's talk about Operation Overlord, better known as the D-Day landings. This massive Allied operation, launched on June 6, 1944, was a pivotal moment in World War II. Thousands of ships carrying troops from the United States, Britain, Canada, and other Allied nations crossed the English Channel under a veil of secrecy. Their mission? To liberate France from Nazi occupation. The success of Operation Overlord marked a turning point in the war in Europe. Section 5. The Fog of Ceasefire. A momentary reprieve. Now let's talk about ceasefires, shall we? These temporary pauses in the fighting, often negotiated under the most challenging of circumstances, offer a glimmer of hope in the midst of conflict. They provide a much-needed respite from the bloodshed and a chance for diplomacy to work its magic. Ceasefires can be fragile things. They are often brokered under immense international pressure, with both sides wary of appearing weak or compromising their objectives. The truce may be temporary, a brief pause in the fighting to allow for the evacuation of civilians or the delivery of humanitarian aid. But even in their temporary nature, ceasefires can have a profound impact on the trajectory of a conflict. They can create a window of opportunity for dialogue, a chance for cooler heads to prevail and for negotiations to begin. Section 6. The Global Stage: International Reactions and Interventions. Wars, my darlings, are rarely isolated events. They send shockwaves across the globe, prompting reactions and interventions from other nations and international organizations. These responses can range from condemnation and sanctions to military aid and direct intervention. The international community, often through organizations like the United Nations, plays a crucial role in shaping the course of conflicts. They may impose economic sanctions on aggressors, provide humanitarian aid to those affected by the fighting, or even deploy peacekeeping forces to monitor ceasefires and protect civilians. International reactions can also influence public opinion and sway the political landscape. Section 7. Diplomacy: The Art of Averting Armageddon. Diplomacy, my dears, is the art of navigating the treacherous waters of international relations, seeking to prevent conflicts from escalating into full-blown wars. It's a delicate dance of negotiation, compromise, and persuasion, often conducted behind closed doors by skilled diplomats and world leaders. The goal of diplomacy is to find peaceful solutions to disputes, to bridge divides, and to foster cooperation between nations. It's about building relationships, establishing trust, and finding common ground, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable differences. Effective diplomacy requires patience, tact, and a deep understanding of the nuances of international relations. In a world often teetering on the brink of chaos, diplomacy offers a beacon of hope. Section 8. The Enduring Legacy, Scars and Lessons of War. Wars, my loves, leave an indelible mark on history. They reshape borders, topple empires, and alter the course of human civilization. But their impact extends far beyond the battlefield, leaving enduring legacies that shape societies for generations to come. The scars of war run deep. They manifest in the physical and emotional wounds of those who fought, in the shattered lives of civilians caught in the crossfire, and in the collective trauma that lingers long after the guns have fallen silent. But amidst the devastation, there are also lessons to be learned. Wars force us to confront the fragility of peace, the devastating consequences of hatred and intolerance, and the urgent need for international cooperation. Section 9. Conclusion. Towards a more peaceful future. So, my darlings, as we've journeyed through the annals of history, exploring the battles, the offensives, and the diplomatic efforts that have shaped our world, one thing remains abundantly clear. War is a brutal and costly endeavor. The battles we've discussed, from the ancient clash at Marathon to the D-Day landings on the beaches of Normandy, serve as stark reminders of the human capacity for both courage and cruelty. But amidst the darkness, there are also glimmers of hope. The ceasefires, the diplomatic negotiations, and the tireless efforts of peacemakers remind us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, the pursuit of peace is a noble and necessary endeavor. Let us strive to build a world where dialogue and diplomacy triumph over violence and destruction, a world where future generations can live in peace, free from the scourge of war.